absurd interest rates, the secret credit card trap, and how to escape.
Have you ever felt that exhilarating rush of swiping your credit card, instantly granting yourself that new gadget, that spontaneous getaway, or simply covering an unexpected bill? It is a magical piece of plastic, granting immediate gratification and unparalleled convenience. But what if we told you that behind that dazzling facade, nestled within the seemingly harmless fine print, lies one of the most cunning and financially devastating traps ever devised? Today, we are pulling back the velvet curtain to expose the secret credit card trap, a silent predator that feasts on your financial future. While you are busy making those minimum payments, get ready for a dose of uncomfortable truth, delivered with all the charm of a tax audit. We are not here to sugarcoat anything. Prepare to discover precisely how high interest rates are not just an inconvenience, but a relentless, insatiable monster that actively devours your hard-earned money month after grueling month. We will dissect the insidious mechanics of compound interest and the deceptive allure of minimum payments, revealing how these elements conspire to keep you shackled to perpetual debt. More importantly, we will arm you with the essential knowledge to recognize the subtle, yet potent, early warning signs that you are falling deeper into this financial quicksand, helping you identify if you are already stuck in its suffocating grasp. But fear not, this is not a journey into financial despair without a lifeline. Once we have thoroughly exposed the problem, we will pivot to the liberating part, practical, no-nonsense strategies for escaping this cycle and achieving lasting freedom from credit card debt. This is about reclaiming control, building an impenetrable financial fortress, and ensuring that your money works for you, not for the bank's next corporate yacht. So, if you are tired of running on a financial treadmill that leads nowhere, stick with us. It is time to get empowered, get smart, and get free.
Unveiling the credit card interest trap.
You wanted that new gadget, that spontaneous weekend getaway, or perhaps just to cover an unexpected car repair. You swiped, you tapped, you felt that fleeting, glorious rush of instant gratification. Was it not simply wonderful? That shimmering plastic rectangle delivered again, promising unparalleled convenience and a touch of modern magic. For a brief moment, your desires were met. Problems temporarily solved, all with a reassuring beep at the point of sale. But beneath that shiny surface, behind the seemingly innocuous fine print that no one truly reads, lies one of the most insidious, financially devastating mechanisms ever conceived by corporate minds: the credit card interest trap. It is not a mythical beast from ancient lore. It is a very real, very hungry predator, patiently waiting in the shadows of your monthly statement, eager to devour your financial future. This is not hyperbole. This is economic reality. Banks, bless their benevolent, profit-driven hearts, are not issuing these little rectangles of power out of pure altruism. Oh no, they are in the business of making money, vast sums of it. And they have perfected a system so exquisitely designed to extract maximum value from your enthusiasm, your emergencies, and your occasional lapses in judgment. It truly deserves a standing ovation for its sheer, cold brilliance. For them, that is, not for you. Today we are pulling back the velvet curtain. We are shining a harsh, unyielding spotlight on the dark corners where this trap lurks. You see, it is not always obvious. Does not announce itself with flashing neon lights or blaring sirens, warning of impending financial doom. Instead, it operates with stealth, a silent, relentless drain that can transform a small, manageable purchase into a towering, insurmountable mountain of perpetual payments. Think of it this way: every single time you carry a balance, every single month you do not pay off that entire statement in full, you are not just borrowing money. You are leasing it back from the bank at an exorbitant, often mind-boggling rental fee. And that rental fee, it compounds. It multiplies. It performs a magical disappearing act with your hard-earned cash, leaving you scratching your head wondering where all your money genuinely went. It is an illusionist's trick, played with your personal finances, where the only one consistently losing is you. Many individuals, perhaps even you, believe they are firmly in control, confident that they can simply pay the minimum due. Ah, the minimum due, the siren song of financial complacency. It sounds so reasonable, does it not? Small, affordable payment that keeps the wolves of debt collection at bay for another month. But let us be brutally honest. The minimum payment is not your friend. It is the bait. It is meticulously designed to keep you on the hook, ensuring that the lion's share of your payment goes straight to feeding the insatiable interest beast, leaving your principal balance barely dented. It is the financial equivalent of trying to empty a swimming pool with a teaspoon while the tap is still gushing water at full force. You exert effort, but the water level stubbornly refuses to drop. The trap tightens slowly, almost imperceptibly at first. Initially, it is a slight discomfort, a little pinch in your monthly budget. Then, it morphs into a constant nagging worry, a heavy, suffocating weight on your shoulders that follows you everywhere. You might start working harder, picking up extra shifts, just to stay in the same precarious financial position. You see your money vanishing, but you cannot quite pinpoint the exact reason why. You feel the stress, the frustration, the creeping sense of despair as your financial goals, that dream vacation, a down payment on a home, that comfortable retirement, recede further and further into the hazy distance. This is not about judgment. It is about understanding the cold, hard mechanics of a system specifically engineered to keep you paying indefinitely, ensuring a continuous stream of revenue for the credit card companies. For anyone grappling with high-interest credit card debt, or simply wanting to avoid the insidious pitfalls of modern credit, understanding this trap is your first, most crucial step towards genuine financial freedom. We are talking about practical, real-world solutions to persistent money problems. It's not just temporary fixes or wishful thinking. This is about decoding the secrets that credit card companies would rather you ignore, the inconvenient truths they gloss over in their glossy advertisements. Why is this trap so effective, so widespread, yet so often unspoken? Because the general population is frequently too busy, too overwhelmed by daily life, or frankly, too trusting to scrutinize the complex calculations and opaque terms embedded in their agreements. We are sold on the convenience, the tantalizing rewards, the perceived status symbols, but rarely are we truly educated on the true, often astronomical, cost of carrying a balance month after month. This video is here to change that. To arm you with the essential knowledge, to pull back the veil of financial jargon, and to reveal the startling, often infuriating, reality of how high interest rates can utterly dominate and even derail your financial life. So, if you are tired of feeling like you are running on a financial treadmill, perpetually moving but never truly advancing towards your goals, stay with us. Because once you understand this trap, once you see it for what it truly is, a cunning, calculated design to keep your money flowing into their coffers, you are already halfway to escaping its suffocating clutches. The very first step to breaking free from the shackles of credit card debt is to clearly see the chains that bind you. And today, in this very segment, we begin that crucial, liberating revelation. Prepare to have your eyes opened, your financial awareness sharpened, and your wallet, hopefully, saved from the endless drain.
How high interest rates devour your money.
All right, let us dive headfirst into the belly of the beast, shall we? You have seen the trap. Now prepare to witness the actual devouring, the slow, agonizing consumption of your hard-earned cash. Welcome to How High Interest Rates Devour Your Money. This is not a quaint fable. This is a stark financial reality show starring your wallet. And spoiler alert, the interest rates are winning. Remember that seemingly innocent credit card balance? That purchase you needed but perhaps did not entirely plan for? Well, it is not just sitting there idly waiting for you to pay it off when you get around to it. Oh no, it is working. It is busy. It is engaged in a relentless, silent campaign against your financial well-being. Powered by the marvel of compound interest, a concept so brilliant for lenders, it should honestly have its own evil genius award. Albert Einstein himself allegedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He forgot to mention that for credit card companies, it is simply the ultimate wealth transfer mechanism from your pocket to theirs. Imagine, if you will, a tiny, insatiable gremlin living inside your credit card statement. Each month, it wakes up, sees your outstanding balance, and then, with a mischievous grin, it adds a little more to what you owe, simply for the privilege of not having paid them yet. This is your annual percentage rate, or APR, at play. And for many credit cards, especially those with tempting introductory offers that vanish faster than a free sample at a busy supermarket, these APRs are not just high, they are astronomical. We're talking about rates that would make a loan shark blush, often ranging from 18% to a staggering 29.99%, or even higher. Let that sink in. For every $100 you owe, you could be paying nearly $30 each year just for the luxury of owing it. That is money that you earned, money that passed through your hands, now simply evaporating into the ether of banking profits. The true cunning of this system lies in the minimum payment. We touched upon it earlier, but it deserves a deeper, more cynical look. The minimum payment is expertly calculated to be just low enough to be manageable, preventing you from defaulting outright, which would be bad for the bank, as they would lose their continuous revenue stream, but high enough to ensure you pay an absolute fortune in interest over the lifespan of your debt. It is the financial equivalent of giving a tiny sip of water to a parched person in the desert, just enough to keep them alive, but never enough to truly quench their thirst. The goal is to keep you paying month after month, year after year, for a purchase that might have been forgotten long ago. That $20 dinner from 3 years past, it could still be costing you. That new television, you might end up paying for it twice, or even thrice, if you are diligently making only the minimum payments. Let us illustrate with a simplified, yet depressingly common example. Suppose you have a credit card balance of $2,000 with an average APR of 24%. If you only make the minimum payment, which is typically around 1 to 3% of your balance plus interest, you could easily spend a decade or more paying off that initial $2,000. And during that decade, you could end up paying another $2,000 or more just in interest. That is $4,000 for something that initially cost $2,000. It is not just devouring your money, it is performing a highly aggressive, unsanctioned financial liposuction, leaving your bank account severely depleted. This relentless drain does not just impact your current finances, it steals from your future. Every dollar you send to cover high-interest payments is a dollar that cannot be invested in your retirement, cannot contribute to your child's education fund, cannot be used to build an emergency savings buffer, or cannot be allocated towards that much-deserved vacation. It is an opportunity cost of epic proportions. You are not simply losing money, you are losing the potential for future wealth, for financial security, for peace of mind. High interest rates are not just an inconvenience. They are a direct barrier to achieving true financial independence, a thick, thorny hedge preventing you from reaching your goals. The emotional toll is equally devastating. The constant anxiety, the shame, the feeling of being trapped in a cycle you cannot escape. These are not mere side effects, they're part of the hidden cost. This financial quicksand can pull you down slowly, robbing you of sleep, straining relationships, and diminishing your overall quality of life. It is a silent thief that takes more than just your money. It takes your peace, your dreams, and your sense of control. So, when we talk about high interest rates devouring your money, understand that this is not an exaggeration. It is a precise description of a meticulously crafted system designed to extract maximum profit from consumer behavior. The banks are not evil, per se. They're just very, very good at business. Their business model thrives on your complacency, your deferral, and your inability to pay off your balance in full every single month. But understanding how this mechanism works is the critical weapon in your arsenal. Once you grasp the relentless compounding power of interest working against you, the urgency to escape its chokehold becomes not just a desire, but an absolute necessity. Stay with us, because recognizing this devastating drain is merely the second step. The next crucial phase is to identify the subtle, yet potent, early warning signs that indicate you are slipping deeper into this financially destructive vortex. Do not let your money be devoured silently. It is time to fight back.
Identifying the early warning signs of debt.
All right, you have seen how the interest rates are performing their grand disappearing act with your money. Now it is time for some self-reflection, a candid look in the financial mirror. Because before you can escape the beast, you must first recognize its tracks. We are now diving into identifying the early warning signs of debt. Consider this your financial early warning system, calibrated for maximum sarcasm and undeniable truth. Because let us be honest, no one wakes up one morning and thinks, today's a great day to plunge into crippling debt. It is a slow, insidious slide, often masked by convenience and a healthy dose of denial. The first, and perhaps most glaring red flag flapping proudly in the financial breeze, is the minimum payment tango. Remember our conversation about the minimum payment? It is not your friend. It is the velvet glove on the iron fist. If you find yourself consistently, religiously, almost gratefully, making only the minimum payment on your credit card statements, congratulations. You have officially entered the Interest Payer for Life Club. This is not a club with exclusive benefits or a fancy welcome package. It is a treadmill that goes nowhere, powered by your diminishing bank balance. You are simply paying for the privilege of keeping your debt active, a loyal patron funding the bank's next corporate yacht. If this sounds like your monthly ritual, you are not just seeing a sign. You're staring at a billboard flashing warning, dead ahead, in neon letters. Next up, observe the subtle, yet potent, shift in your spending habits, using credit for everyday necessities. Did you just put groceries on your credit card? Utilities? Gas? Things that, just a short while ago, were comfortably covered by your checking account. If plastic is becoming the default solution for items that should be flowing out of your regular income, you are no longer using credit for convenience. You are using it as a life raft, and a very leaky one at that. This indicates that your income and expenses are no longer playing nicely together, and your credit card has morphed into a makeshift emergency fund. Spoiler alert, a credit card is a terrible, atrociously expensive emergency fund. It is essentially borrowing money to live, which is like setting your house on fire to keep warm. It works for a minute, but the long-term consequences are disastrous. Then there is the quiet, almost undetectable phenomenon known as balance creep. You pay down a little, but then a new purchase pops up, and your balance subtly climbs back up. One month, it is $1,000. The next, it is $1,200, then $1,150, then $1,300. It is a slow upward trend, a financial Everest that you are scaling with roller skates. You are not making significant dents, you are just treading water, or worse, slowly sinking. The critical insight here is that your balance is not consistently trending downwards over time. If your debt graph looks more like a gentle hill than a steep decline, that is a warning sign flashing in Morse code. Another telltale sign that you are heading into choppy financial waters is the sudden urge to avoid your statements. Does the envelope from the credit card company fill you with dread? Do you let it sit on the counter unopened for days, sometimes weeks? Do you quickly glance at the minimum payment and due date, then promptly shove it into a drawer, never looking at the full breakdown of charges and interest? This is the ostrich head in the sand approach to personal finance. Ignorance might be bliss, but it is financially suicidal. If you are actively avoiding the numbers, it is because, deep down, you know they are not good. Your brain is trying to protect you from bad news, but in doing so, it is allowing the problem to fester and grow unchecked. And what about the highly creative yet ultimately self-defeating strategy of playing financial whack-a-mole? This involves shuffling balances from one card to another, opening new credit lines just to pay off existing ones, or consolidating debt onto another high-interest product. It is like trying to put out a house fire by moving it to another room. It might feel like progress for a fleeting moment, a temporary reprieve from the immediate pressure, but all you are doing is rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. Unless you are addressing the underlying spending habits, transferring balances is a mere distraction, a delaying tactic that often leads to even more debt across multiple accounts. Finally, pay attention to your emotional barometer. Are you constantly stressed about money? Does a sense of dread or anxiety wash over you when you think about your finances? Are arguments about money becoming more frequent in your household? Debt is not just a numerical problem, it is an emotional and psychological one. The pervasive, suffocating weight of debt can impact your sleep, your relationships, your health, and your overall sense of well-being. If you are feeling overwhelmed, trapped, or constantly worried about how you are going to make ends meet, these are not just feelings. They are potent indicators that your financial situation is spiraling beyond a healthy control. Recognizing these signs is not about self-blame. It is about self-awareness. It is about dropping the facade of everything's fine and confronting the uncomfortable truth. Because only by acknowledging these early warning signs can you begin to chart a course for genuine escape. Ignoring them is like ignoring the smoke alarm because you do not want to deal with a fire. It is time to get honest with yourself, to look squarely at these indicators, and to admit if you are seeing your own reflection in these debt-laden mirrors. This is the critical moment for intervention, for acknowledging that the system has successfully ensnared you, but also for realizing that you possess the power to break free. Do not let these signs become your permanent financial reality. The next step is about action, effective action, and it is going to be incredibly liberating.
Practical strategies for escaping the cycle.
All right, you have seen the trap. You have felt the gnawing hunger of high interest rates, and you have reluctantly acknowledged the glaring red flags of impending financial doom. Good. Admitting you have a problem is the first step, they say. Now let us move beyond the dramatic revelations and get down to brass tacks. We are talking about practical strategies for escaping the cycle, because frankly, wallowing in despair over past mistakes is about as financially productive as trying to pay your bills with Monopoly money. It is time to get surgical, to cut out the cancerous debt, and to reclaim your financial sanity. First things first, and this might sting a little, stop digging. Seriously, put down the shovel. If you are actively using credit cards to fund your lifestyle, cover everyday expenses, or frankly, buy anything that is not an absolute life-sustaining necessity, you must cease and desist immediately. This is not a suggestion. It is a prerequisite. You cannot bail water out of a sinking ship if there is still a gaping hole in the hull. Your credit cards are no longer tools of convenience. They are instruments of self-sabotage. Consider freezing them in a block of ice, locking them in a safe, or, for the truly brave and committed, a ceremonial shredding. The temporary discomfort of not having instant access to credit pales in comparison to the long-term agony of spiraling debt. This is about establishing a fundamental boundary. No new debt. Period. Next, let us tackle the dreaded B word, budgeting. Oh, the eye rolls are almost audible. Budgeting. How utterly pedestrian, you might exclaim. But here is the stark truth, delivered with all the charm of a tax audit. A budget is not a straitjacket. It is a flashlight in a very dark cave. It illuminates where your money is actually going, rather than where you vaguely think it is going. Most people have no clue. They just watch their checking account dwindle and then wonder why. A budget, even a simple one, forces you to confront reality. It empowers you to allocate every single dollar with intention. It is not about deprivation. It is about prioritization. Find a system that works for you. An app, a spreadsheet, a pen and paper. Just do it. Identify your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, and then ruthlessly cut anything that does not align with your primary mission, slaying that debt dragon. Once you have stopped the bleeding and gained visibility, it is time for a strategic assault. Choose your debt repayment method. There are two popular contenders in this gladiatorial arena, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. The snowball method, championed by many a financial guru, suggests paying off your smallest debt first, regardless of its interest rate, while making minimum payments on the others. The psychological victory of eliminating an entire debt provides a powerful motivational boost. It is like a tiny little cheerleading squad for your finances. The avalanche method, on the other hand, is the mathematically superior choice. It targets the debt with the highest interest rate first, saving you the most money in the long run. Make minimum payments on everything else, but throw every extra penny at that high-interest monster. Choose your weapon based on your personality. Do you need the quick wins of the snowball? Or are you a cold, calculated warrior who prioritizes efficiency? Either way, pick one and stick to it like glitter on a toddler. Now, for a slightly cheeky move, negotiate like a boss. Believe it or not, credit card companies are not entirely unsympathetic, especially if they sense they might lose you altogether. If you have been a long-time customer with a decent payment history, even if you are struggling now, pick up the phone and call them. Explain your situation. Ask for a lower interest rate. Ask if they have any hardship programs. The worst they can say is no. The best. A significantly reduced APR, which means more of your payments go towards the principal, not their bottom line. Remember, they want to keep you as a paying customer, even if it means less profit for a while, rather than losing you to default. This is a game of leverage, and your willingness to walk away, or at least threaten to, is your strongest card. And here is the golden rule, the one that separates the dreamers from the doers. Pay more than the minimum. We have already established that the minimum payment is designed to keep you trapped. To escape, you must defy it. Every extra dollar you put towards your principal is a dollar that will not accrue interest. It is like giving yourself a raise. Even an extra $10, $20, or $50 a month can drastically reduce the total interest paid and shave years off your repayment timeline. It is not glamorous, but it is profoundly effective. This is where sacrifices come in, that extra coffee, that takeout meal, that impulsive online purchase. Channel that money directly into your debt. You'll be amazed at the impact. Finally, consider boosting your income or finding a side hustle. Sometimes, cutting expenses is simply not enough, especially if your income is tight. Can you pick up extra shifts, sell unused items around your house, offer a service in your spare time? Every additional dollar earned, when strategically applied to your debt, is like jet fuel for your escape plan. It accelerates your journey to freedom, allowing you to bypass the financial quicksand faster. Escaping the credit card cycle is not about magic. It is about brutal honesty, consistent effort, and a healthy dose of strategic cunning. It is about understanding that the system is designed against you and then systematically dismantling it with deliberate actions. This is not just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It is about reclaiming control, reducing stress, and building a foundation for a truly free financial future. It will not be easy, but the alternative, perpetual debt slavery, is far worse. So, roll up your sleeves, sharpen your wits, and get ready to fight for your financial independence. The final step is within reach, and it promises to be glorious.
Achieving lasting freedom from credit card debt.
You have battled the beast, navigated the treacherous waters of high interest rates, dodged the minimum payment traps, and implemented your strategic escape plan. You have put in the hard work, the sacrifices, and the consistent effort. Now, as the dust settles and the financial battlefield clears, it is time for the ultimate reward, achieving lasting freedom from credit card debt. This is not just about paying off that last balance. It is about building an impenetrable fortress around your finances, ensuring you never fall prey to the credit card gremlin again. This is where you transform from a debt slave into a financial sovereign. The moment that final balance hits zero is not just a financial milestone. It is a profound psychological victory. It is the weight lifting from your shoulders, the shackles falling away, the exhilarating realization that your money is now truly your money. Not just an interest payment for some anonymous banking executive's next bonus. Savor that moment. You earned it. But do not confuse freedom with complacency. This is not the finish line. It is the starting gun for a new financial paradigm, one built on vigilance, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to your own prosperity. First, let us solidify your new superpower, the permanent budget. Remember the budget? That pedestrian tool we discussed? It is no longer just for debt repayment. It is your ongoing financial compass. It helps you allocate your income intentionally, ensuring your spending aligns with your values and your long-term goals. Without a budget, even a debt-free person can quickly drift back into overspending and, inevitably, debt. This is about disciplined living, not deprivation. It is understanding exactly what comes in, what goes out, and consciously deciding where every dollar performs its duty. It is the financial equivalent of having a GPS for your money. You would not drive across the country without one, so why navigate your entire financial life blind? Next on your essential toolkit, the indispensable emergency fund. If high-interest credit card debt taught you anything, it is the catastrophic cost of using plastic as your safety net. Now that you are free, your immediate priority, even before aggressive investing, should be to build a robust emergency fund. This is 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses tucked away in a separate, easily accessible savings account, strictly for emergencies, not for a sale on shoes, not for a fancy dinner, for actual, genuine, the roof caved in, or I lost my job emergencies. This fund acts as your shield against life's inevitable curveballs, preventing you from ever having to resort to high-interest debt again when the unexpected strikes. It is your ultimate peace of mind insurance. Now, for the controversial part, the strategic use of credit, if any. For many, after escaping debt, the urge is to swear off credit cards forever. And for some, that is the right path. However, for others, credit cards can be powerful tools when used correctly. The key phrase here is used correctly. This means 1. Paying off the balance in full every single month, no exceptions. This makes the card a payment convenience, not a borrowing mechanism. 2. Using it to build excellent credit history. A strong credit score opens doors to lower interest rates on mortgages, car loans, and even better insurance premiums. 3. Harnessing rewards responsibly. Cashback, travel points, these are lovely perks, but only if you are not paying interest to earn them. Interest negates any reward almost instantly. If you cannot trust yourself to pay it off in full, then do not use credit cards. It is that simple. Recognize your own tendencies. If plastic is your kryptonite, then stick to debit cards and cash. There is no shame in knowing your limits and protecting your financial health. Then, there is the ongoing journey of continuous financial education and vigilance. The world of finance is constantly evolving. Do not let your guard down. Stay informed about personal finance best practices, read books, listen to podcasts, and continue to educate yourself. The credit card companies are certainly not resting on their laurels. They are constantly devising new ways to entice you into their profit-generating models. Your defense is knowledge. Understand your rights as a consumer. Be wary of too good to be true offers, and scrutinize every financial product before you engage with it. Freedom is not passively maintained, it is actively defended. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, celebrate the psychological shift. This journey was not just about numbers. It was about transforming your relationship with money. You have moved from a place of fear, anxiety, and scarcity to one of control, empowerment, and potential abundance. You have learned self-discipline, delayed gratification, and the true cost of convenience. This mental fortitude is invaluable. It influences every aspect of your life, from reducing stress to improving decision-making. From fostering healthier relationships to opening doors for future opportunities, you are no longer reacting to your finances. You are proactively shaping them. Achieving lasting freedom from credit card debt is not merely a destination. It is a new way of living. It is the liberation that comes from knowing you are in charge, that your money works for you, not against you. It is about building a secure foundation, pursuing your dreams without the suffocating weight of interest payments, and enjoying a life where you make conscious financial choices that serve your highest good. This is the promised land, and it is entirely within your grasp. Now, go forth and prosper, debt-free warrior. Your journey has just begun.
Your financial freedom awaits. Stop funding their yachts.
So there you have it. You've peeled back the layers of deception, exposing the secret credit card trap that ensnares millions. You now understand how those absurdly high interest rates relentlessly devour your hard-earned money, transforming small purchases into lifelong financial burdens. We have shown a harsh light on the early warning signs, those subtle whispers and glaring red flags that indicate you are spiraling deeper into the debt abyss. And crucially, we have equipped you with practical, actionable strategies, not magic spells, but concrete steps to begin your escape from this insidious cycle. This journey has been about more than just numbers. It has been about understanding the game, recognizing the opponent, and, most importantly, reclaiming your power. The truth is, credit card companies thrive on your ignorance, your complacency, and your willingness to make only the minimum payment. They have meticulously crafted a system designed to keep you paying indefinitely, ensuring their coffers overflow while your financial dreams slowly evaporate. But now, you are armed with knowledge. You possess the blueprint for escape. The choice is no longer unconscious. It is a conscious decision. Will you continue to fund their luxury yachts with your perpetual interest payments? Or will you take decisive action, implement these strategies, and forge a path towards true financial liberation? The power to change your financial destiny is not in the hands of the banks. It is firmly in yours. This is your moment to transition from a debt slave to a financial sovereign. Take control. Implement the budget. Build that emergency fund. Pay more than the minimum. And above all, maintain vigilance against the seductive whispers of easy credit. If this video has opened your eyes, if it has ignited a spark of determination within you, then do not let that fire die out. Show your support by giving this video a like, sharing it with anyone who needs to hear this uncomfortable truth, and commenting below with your own experiences or questions. And for more hard-hitting, no-nonsense financial insights that empower you, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Your journey to lasting financial freedom begins now.